Dear students, welcome to virtual class of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. I am Sreekumar. The class is for 6th standard students. Subject is mathematics. Let us begin the class.
Dear students, in the last video got a fair idea about the concept of profit and loss. You know what is meant by profit, what is meant by loss by this time, and you also know the basic formula to find out profit and loss. Where we closed the last video was about the percent of profit and percent of loss, because we found that expressing profit and loss in terms of percentage will be easy to understand. So this video is about to make you understand the concept of profit loss percentage. But as usual, I would like to just remind you what you learned. Loss is always when the cost price is higher than selling price, so you should find out the difference, how much loss happened to you by calculating the difference between cost price and selling price. If cost price is high, naturally loss will be there, and profit is then when selling price is higher than cost price. Fundamental what you learned earlier. Another thing you learned was, whenever we are calculating the cost price, it will include all the things, all the expenses that you met for procuring that particular item. The cost price of the article depends upon all expenses that incurred. We should think about the expenses that incurred while bringing that article to the shop, and if it is the case of farmer, he should think about the expenditure he made to bring seeds, fertilizers, transport, plowing, etc., which all together make the total cost price. This is something what you understood earlier in the case of farmer. So loss is nothing but cost price minus selling price, where cost price is high. And while thinking about the total cost price, you should think about transport, porterage, octroi, and all other expenses that you made, which make the cost price. And now you are going to think seriously. Something new which is there in the video is about profit percent and loss percent. We know that if you talk in terms of percentage, it is easy to understand to ourselves and to others too. So we will try, just like we know that if it is percentage 30%, 60%, 90%, we easily understand that how much in connection with 100, even the battery percent in our mobile is an easy way to understand. So we will try to learn how to express profit and loss in percent now. That is a main aspect of this part of lesson or this part of video. So in that case, the first and foremost thing is do something practically, or understand something practically from a real time situation. Here is a question. The question is, Abbas bought vegetables worth rupees 400 and sold them at rupees 650, correct? And Balbir bought the fruits for rupees 300 and sold them at 500. So both have bought something and sold. Whose transactions were more profitable? The word profitable is very important. The profit is not asked who is doing better business. To know that who is doing better business, you should know that who gained more. And in a simple look, 400 rupees invested by Abbas and he earned 650, means 250 rupees he earned, correct? And as far as Balbir is concerned, 300 invested, that is the cost price, and 500 that what he earned, that means he earned 200 rupees. So on a look, Balbir have got 200 and Abbas have 250. But the question is, whose business is better? Whose transaction were more profitable? For that we should compare with, if both were invested same amount, like 100 rupees, who could perform better? There comes the importance of percentage. Correct? If the question was who got more profit, we might have told that Abbas got more profit, but Abbas invested more also. So there comes the technique of analyzing the situation, converting it into out of 100. Now, how to do that? To do that, we need to develop or use our technique of comparison of ratio or proportion. In that case, we have to express both these in a very particular way. Let me start. Let me think that Abbas got a profit for convenience out of 100. If Abbas invested 100 rupees, Abbas got a profit out of 100. 100 rupees में अब्बास को a profit मिल गया, समझ लो. Okay, so let me imagine that. So I will write a upon 100, and if it is a upon 100, actually what he got 250 out of, by investing 400 rupees. That is what really happened. Price of Abbas, and this is the profit he got. So if cost price is equal to 100, how much will be Abbas profit? This is what we are trying to understand. In this case, we know how to get this amount. A is Abbas amount, Abbas profit. So in that case, we should get A on the left side. We will multiply left and both side with 100 and remove 100 from left side, and we get it. And we simply do it like this nowadays. A is equal to 250 upon 400 multiplied with 100 here. We will do the same here on left side, but not showing because we know that the denominator will get cancelled, and we will simply solve this dividing with 100, cancellation. Naturally it is 250 upon 4. 250 upon 4 is equal to 62 and 1 upon 2. What is this? 62 rupees and half rupees, that means 62.50. 62 rupees 50 paise is the profit of Abbas if his investment or cost price is 100. Let us come to Balbir. Balbir got 200 rupees profit out of 300. So we have tried that, let it be B the profit for Balbir for rupees 100, and what actually happened in front of us is he got a profit of 200 by investing or by against a cost price of 300. Again the same principle will apply. B is equal to 200 upon 300 into 100, dividing both sides with 100, and we get 200 upon 3, which is equal to 66 and 2 upon 3. So what we understand, Balbir gets 66 rupees and 2 upon 3 rupees profit if he invests 100 rupees. So now the question is, whose transaction were more profitable? अभी दिख रहे बलबीर को 66 प्लस रुपीस मिलता है प्रॉफिट 100 में, and Abbas is getting only 62. So the earlier 250 and 200, first look, Abbas is getting more money, but Abbas invested more money also. So always the percent of profit and percent of loss should be on cost price. How much you invested, depending on that your profit and loss. So always remember, the formula or the equation will be always, it will be connecting to the cost price. Here we are supposed to write our Balbir's transaction were more profitable. This is the answer. How could we conclude that? Because 66 and 2 upon 3 is more than 62 and 1 upon 2. Understood, my dear students? So this is a classic example of comparing the profit or find as well as to find out the percent of profit in order to compare the profit and applicable for loss also. Sometime it will be loss, in some other cases we will try to do such another sum over here. Who is this? Seema bought vegetable for rupees 800, paying rupees 40 for transport. Bought them to her shop. Seema is having her own shop, and she bought vegetables for rupees 800 and 40 rupees she spent for transport. On selling the vegetables, she got 966. Did he make a profit or a loss? And what was the percent? Let us find out the total cost price also. Then only we can begin with this, the sum. So what is this? The cost price in this transaction. So we will write that first. Total cost price. That means the amount invested by Seema is equal to 800. What is it? It is the cost of vegetable plus 40 rupees. What is that? That of transport. We can write transport here. And total investment or cost price is 840. Sure that it is a profitable thing because she got 966. So we know that profit is equal to, which we have done earlier, 966 minus 840, which is equal to 126 rupees. Correct? What question one here? Is it profit or loss? We will say it is profit because she is getting money. And what is the percentage of profit? So there are two ways of doing it. The simplest way is she got 126 rupees by investing 840 rupees. So the earlier method we can use Seema's profit. Let us write it as S. How much it will be for 100 if she gets 126 rupees by investing or by at the cost of to 840. Understood? So we will solve this the way we did last time. So S is equal to 126 upon 840 into 100. We are multiplying both sides with 100. 100 will get cancelled. So here in this case we have to multiply this whole and we have to solve it. This can be cancelled like this. This is 5 2s are 10 and this is equal to, if you are dividing with 2, 4 2s are 8, 42. Is there any relationship here? This can be cancelled and it is 3 times 15 is the answer. That means 15% is what we can say the percent of profit by Seema. So we simply could solve it. 126 rupees against 840, the cost price, into 100, the basic formula. But we reached to that formula by our knowledge of comparison of ratios. Understood? So this way you may have more interesting and more thought-provoking questions like this in the coming session. Here is one more question for you. It is about Joseph, who bought a machine for rupees 23,500 rupees and he paid 1,200 for transport, 300 rupees as tax. If he sold, okay, he is a person who is selling the machine also, he bought and sold also, sold it to a customer for rupees 24,250. थोड़ा सोचना पड़ेगा, बहुत कम प्रॉफिट मिला होगा लगता है. It was his, what was his percent profit or loss? अभी प्रॉफिट है क्या लॉस है मालूम होने के लिए we should find out the total cost price. In that we will add all these things, the cost of the machine, which is 23,500, plus the amount of transportation is 1,200 and 300 rupees tax. Altogether it becomes 25,000. Oh, Joseph is in loss because he sold it at 24,250. तो business नहीं कर रहा था, machine नहीं चाहिए उनको. So he sold the whole at an amount of 25,000 and selling price is unfortunately lesser than that, rupees 24,250. So the loss is equal to the difference over here. We can do it directly. Difference is rupees to 750 rupees. What was his investment? 25,000 investment. So here Joseph, the profit he might have got out for 100 rupees will be compared with the profit or loss he incurred by investing 25,000. Okay, we have to solve this. The percent of profit, J upon 100 is percent of profit, is equal to 750 into 100 upon 25,000. Cancel this by tens. You can also cancel this. It's easily cancelable. 3% is his loss. Understood? So this way we will simply apply our common sense and apply our knowledge of percentage, apply the concept of ratio and proportion. We will solve this simply. One more sum is there. Luckily you are getting more sums explained, and you will be doing each and every sum in the exercise yourself, so that you will become smart enough to solve this kind of questions. Who is this Sarita Ben? Bought 18 chairs each at rupees 700 and sold them all for rupees 18,900. What is the percentage of profit or loss? Straight away question. There are no any tricky thing in that. Sarita Ben, she is a businesswoman, I think, maybe having a shop of furnitures. She bought 18 chairs each at rupees 700. So we need to find out cost price of 18 chairs. We can find it by 18 into 700, because each chair cost 700 rupees and it happens to be rupees 12,600. ठीक है. Sarita Ben to profit बनाया है because she sold at 18,900. No other expenditure are mentioned like transport or octroi or tax. Nothing is there. So this Sarita Ben have done a good business. Selling price is equal to 18,900. Correct? Very simple. Then we will say the profit is equal to, we know that selling price minus cost price, and selling price is high, 18,900 minus 12,600. Good profit she made. She made a profit of 6,300 out of these 18 chairs. Good business woman. And this 6,300 she made by investing 12,600, which is her cost. So if she is thinking about making profit, here it is Sarita Ben will be getting a profit out this much, S out of 100, I would say, as she got 6,300 by an investment of 12,600. This part you should write very clearly. Now S is equal to 6,300 upon 12,600. We have to remove the 100 from the left side. Multiplying with 100 it will go out, and same way we will multiply here. Zeros will get cancelled. I can see some relationship here. Anyway, I will just explore it, and it is 63 is equal to 100 here one time. This is 2 time here. 2 divided by 100, which is equal to 50. You can solve it in a separate line over here. I am using the limitation on the screen here. Your answer is 50%. 50% profit में सरिता बहन चेयर बेच रहे हैं, अच्छी बात है. But for as far as we are concerned, who is selling, what is not important. How the profit percent is calculated is very important. We are not bothered about whether it is Joseph is losing or Sarita Ben is earning is not important to us. Our method of solving the problem is important to us, where we will be finding out if the investment is, or if the cost price is 100, and what will be the profit. And if it is out of 100, we are getting the answer for percentage what the textbook is asking. So every one of you should know how to calculate percent of profit and percent of loss, and this is very closely related to our day-to-day life, because we go out for buying things. Sometimes we ourselves will turn into someone who is selling items. Sometimes we will be forced to calculate how our shopkeeper is making profit. Is he looting us by making profit more than 50% and 70% or selling out the thing at a exorbitant charge? So naturally, this is having a very close connection with our day-to-day life. Because of that reason, as well as I said in the last video, profit, loss, percent of profit, percent of loss, selling price, cost price, all these things are related with the money transaction, which you will be learning in higher classes under the section of commerce after 10th standard, which is having a lot of importance in our day-to-day life. Banking, business, stock market, what to say, everything is having money transaction. Even education is having money transaction. So we must have at least basic knowledge about how money transaction and math are connected, how mathematics help us to understand money transaction better. Even in bank investment, we have to invest and get interest or some amount of profit out of it. It will be told in terms of percentage. So a knowledge about this topic is very essential for better understanding of day-to-day life transaction in our life also. With that interest and as well as to score good marks in exam, you should study this topic perfectly. Practice the practice at 34 in your textbook. Only 6 questions are there. If I explain you the way to do it, it will be, in fact, you will be losing a chance to experiment with. So that means like every time you should do it, let it go wrong, do it till it get corrected, check the answer and be happy. That's all from me today. Thank you.
Now click on the subscription button below to subscribe the channel, then the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you.